So, I've just been to see the Bourne Legacy, and I went into it as a big fan of the original trilogy, particularly Ultimatum. I love that film. The Supremacy was brilliant. And it's very hard to get away from the original trilogy when you're watching this film, mainly because it owes a lot to it. It references it an awful lot. There's a lot of sporting cast from the original trilogy that have the higher up places in the agencies. And there's a subplot going on. There's the Jason Bourne subplot going on. There's Matt Damon's face everywhere. We get to see from another angle Paddy Considine's demise from Ultimatum. And as a result of that, the first 45 minutes or so is very convoluted. It's very exposition heavy. It's very talky, and there's lots of science and drug stuff going on to do with what these people go through when they join the operation. And so we concentrate on Jeremy Renner's character, Cross, who is on these drugs and he's running out of them, so he needs to get some more. And, well, that's a mouthful in itself. It's just, it takes a long time to get all this information, and as a result of that we lose a lot of concentration on our main character, who should be Jeremy Renner. And so I didn't really feel emotionally involved with him. He's very blank, he doesn't have much emotion, and we don't latch onto him very well. Whereas with Matt Damon we did. His Jason Bourne was terrific, and he was very interesting. And again, another problem was that Matt Damon's character was so resourceful, so impressive, so smart, and always thought ahead. And that was the cool thing about the original Bourne trilogy, and you don't really get that here. He's good in a situation, is Cross, and he fights well, naturally, but he doesn't seem as smart, and so I think the film lacks a lot for that. So it takes a long time to get going, and I've started to feel a little bit bored and uninterested. But when things start kicking off, they want to get rid of an operation, and there's a really tense sequence in a research laboratory, and then as a result we go to the Philippines, and to Manila. And I thought Manila was a very impressive location, and I liked where the film was going when we got there. It was starting to get far more interesting, better paced, better directed, and then all of a sudden it felt like Tony Gilroy, who directed it and he wrote the original trilogy, said, "Oh, I remember what I wrote in the last film, you know, the motorbikes, that'd be cool, let's put it back into this one. Oh, and the rooftop chase, let's do that again." And he does it again, and it's fine, the film's well made, but just, I was disappointed in the ending. I think the ending was really just cut short and summed up the film. It's inconsequential, it's forgettable, and rather disappointing. But it was well made. I just don't think it's going to work unless you've seen the original trilogy, and a film like this should reinvent maybe, because it hasn't got Greengrass, hasn't got Damon. I wish they tried something different.